Hey guys, and welcome to the second speed build of the week. If you are watching this video on the 3rd, well, not watching it, but if the video went up on the 3rd of November, Friday the 3rd of November, then I have managed to pull off the impossible. The impossible that is having a cake order and doing a build video in the same week. Yes! Probably because I actually built this weeks and weeks ago and I'd already edited all the footage before this, and I just literally have the fly through to finish off. I've done half of it, but if you've been here before, you'll know that fly throughs, doing them and being in the first person camera mode thing, makes me queasy, like whoa, really sick. So I'd actually done the traditional mansion fly through and then thought, let me go and do this. I was like, nope. Did the outside and I just couldn't handle doing the inside. It was just going to be too much, so I stopped. So I still got the fly through to do for this. I just thought I'd get the voiceover done and out the way, and then do the fly through, the bits I can do while I listen to music. But anyway, so this is a rustic modern we're going for. I saw a few houses done by an architect. The name has completely fallen out of my head. If I remember, it will be in the description box. And if it's not there, then feel free to shout at me in the comment section. Be like, quick, put the link in. I'll link you to the person's website. And they have all these kind of like A-frame houses. I think they're a British architect, but they're all A-frames, which are normally kind of not modern, but they all look modern. So there was something about the style that I really liked, so we just went with it, taking inspiration, I think from about 3 different houses and mushing them together. I saw his work and I knew I needed to put those windows back in my game. So the ones that are in the apex of the roof, those are not included in the download. In case this is your first time here, all of my CC builds are available for download with all of the CC content included usually. But in this one, because the windows aren't terms of use friendly, so they don't allow their content to be shared in lot uploads, I'll just link those separately. So basically the house download is going to contain everything apart from those windows, and also I think the crib. Yeah. So there's a crib up there's a nursery that isn't included either. But I'll link to those anyway in the download post. So in the description box, you'll see a link to my Tumblr, and that will detail everything that is in this house, every single last piece of CC. And also there will be a link to download the little couple of extra bits you need, and also the house itself. So run over there and go click quickly. But anyway, yeah, so I'm really happy with the way this house turned out. I think it's kind of different from everything else on my channel. I think that is literally my main aim of this channel, to have every build look slightly different to the one before. I think you can still maybe tell it's done by me, but yeah, it's a completely different style. And I had a lot of fun doing all this landscaping, and the view from this lot is just ridiculous. This is on Windenburg Island. I don't think I've ever actually built on this lot before, which is a damn shame. I don't have a clue why I haven't done it before, because the views from this are stunning. You'll see them in the fly through in a bit more detail, what the view looks like, but it's just pretty damn epic. So I don't understand why have I not built on here before. But anyway, cats and dogs, it's gonna be out. Well, when you're watching this, it's gonna be out in exactly 1 week. By the time you watch it, actually, it will have been out. So it's exactly, because I'm gonna put this live at 6 p.m. and that's the time that the game releases. So, 1 more week to go. I'm so hyped for cats and dogs. I'll definitely be doing a live stream for that, reviewing it and everything like I normally do with all the other packs. I'm not too sure if I'm going to have my Twitch set up by then, so it may be over here on YouTube. If you have a preference, actually, that would be really interesting. Do you have a preference for Twitch or YouTube, and why? At the moment, everyone from YouTube is basically heading over to Twitch because they look after their content creators over there, and here on YouTube, not so much. So I've been back for uploading videos for about a week. In the last week, I've uploaded 4 videos and 2 of them have been demonetized. Yeah. So that means, for no reason, by the way, because I've put both of them up for review. I'm still waiting to hear back on the last one because that only got demonetized today. But the first one that I got reviewed got remonetized. But of course, all the views while it was demonetized means you've lost that revenue because there were no ads for that viewer to look at. So it's just kind of like a headache. Get your together, YouTube. Otherwise, you're going to go down like Vine, okay? Do you know how many people are like, YouTube's going just the way that Vine did? It's going to be gone. Can you remember when Vine was like huge? I never had an account on Vine. Never actually watched Vine videos on Vine. I've always watched Vine videos on like YouTube. But yeah, Vine's not even a thing anymore. So get your act together, YouTube, because it's such a fun thing to do, YouTube, and they're kind of taking the fun out of it. Because believe it or not, even though, you don't necessarily do it for the money, but it's kind of annoying when your money is taken away. Even though if I had to live off the money from YouTube, I'd, be pretty homeless right now. But yeah, don't go into YouTube for the money. It doesn't exist. It's like a little supplement. Or I was talking to Penelope, and we were comparing, and she's saying, just about buys her a burrito each month. I said, everyone needs a burrito. So, keep clicking on the videos, liking them, commenting so that other people see it, and watching it all the way through is also helpful. So burritos for all. Oh, also, in all of my video descriptions, there is a link to Instant Gaming. That is my affiliate link. And every time you use that link to buy discounted games, I get a little credit into my account. And I thought what would be kind of cool is if you haven't ordered Cats and Dogs already, it is the cheapest on Instant Gaming. Go ahead and click that link, and then hopefully maybe if enough people do it, we can get a giveaway going, because I can't get the money out of my account. I can only buy new games. But I promise if we get that clicked, I can do maybe a giveaway of Cats and Dogs to someone that doesn't have it. So we can all club together basically and get something for somebody. That would be a cool thing. But yeah, I love this build. Sorry. Totally switching things. This reminds me a little bit of a Hamster's, that outside bit, which of course is going to be what I'm focusing on when we do Cats and Dogs. I'm just going to be like Hamptons Builds, oh, Cape Cod, oh, Nantucket, oh, Martha's Vineyard. Yep, that's all that's going to be literally coming out of me. It's just going to be like bleh, builds for Bridleton Bay. Like the whole thing needs to be completely redone. I'm pretty sure on a stream I'm going to have to do a makeover on one of the builds that come with the new world. That'll be crazy, epically cool. And can I just say, while we've already gone into the interior, I think this is slightly disproportionate. There is a lot of furnishing in this, and I managed to cut the outside pretty tight. But yeah, the what was I saying? I have no idea. Oh, what I was saying was love the floor. I'm literally dying for the floor. It took me a while to pick, I think, the wallpaper. I don't know if I cut that out or not. I don't think I did. But it took me forever to pick the wallpaper that would go with this floor. But I knew I had to keep the floor. The floor is just beautiful. And I had a new set by Simagination. They had done a new, what was it? I can't remember the name of it, but the chairs, the dining room chairs are from that set, and it will all be linked on my Tumblr anyway. I've still got to make the list of CC for this build, and I'm kind of dreading it. Just breathe, and just like, breathe, please breathe. Well, I don't know why I do it to myself. Like, sometimes I build and I'm like, man, I can't, if I have to use only a few sets of items, and I try and use everything from that set, not because I don't know how to put things together, but because I'm just like, that's one less link to add if I just do. So I think in this build I was not thinking about how much CC I used. I was just thinking about making it look good. So that equals better builds, to be quite honest. And I've been watching quite a few other YouTubers recently, just seeing other people that use CC, and I just realised how different my builds are to theirs, because they never use in-game content, which I think is criminal. There's some great stuff out there. So, and loads of CC like YouTubers, they do these apartment builds, but it's not in San Myshuno. So excuse me, you just have a big giant room. So I suppose you'd have to, I don't know, would you build a house around it? If you watch those YouTubers and you download their apartments, which they just like make a random room, but not a random room, it's a whole apartment. They make a whole apartment, and then how do you use that? Because I always think about how someone's going to be able to use my build, and I just couldn't do a random apartment in the middle of a lot. I'm like, where's the outside? Like, no shade or anything. I'm just like wondering, how do people use those? Maybe I'm missing something. Because apartments, I just always do them in San Myshuno just so you can actually use them as an apartment. I don't know. Let me know how you use them, if you do. Or maybe they're just kind of inspiration pieces, like kind of showcases for CC rather than practical things to use. Because I don't mind doing pointless kind of, not pointless, but I suppose room builds are kind of, I don't know if room builds are pointless. Any of you actually use room builds? Like, do you download them from the gallery and use them? I don't think I've ever downloaded a room from the gallery. But I'm not a good example, obviously, because I build whole houses. So why would I download a room? The rooms are there to help people that don't necessarily want to build or find it difficult to build. So yeah, let me know how you actually use the rooms. Do you use them? I know whenever I do a room build, it's not as well received as a full house build. So yeah, kind of weird. But anyway, this kitchen is coming together. The color palette in this house, I think, would be my dream. I think this would be the color palette in my real house if I ever owned my own house. Oh, yeah, feel free to donate. I'm joking. Yeah, this just would be the ideal color palette. Great neutrals in this build. I think I changed the flooring. I'm not too sure what the flooring color of the rest of the house is. Yeah, it's quite dark in the rest of the house. I changed that to a much lighter one. I think I always use the same swatch in that flooring because that flooring is so rustic and so lovely, and it just goes for every single build you can use that spooky flooring in. And what I'm so hyped about in Cats and Dogs is it has a version of this flooring, so it looks kind of like whitewashed floorboards from what I can see. The only person I've seen showcase it was Jen, so X Urban Sim, is it X Urban Sims X? I just call it Urban Sims. Yeah, so Jen Urban Sims showcased the floors and all her build by review of Cats and Dogs, and I saw a whitewash flooring and I was like, oh, yes, it's another version of the spooky day flooring. Give it to me now. 1 week, guys. 1 week. And then we will not be able to remember our lives without cats and dogs in it. A bit like when they added toddlers. And I'm like, literally, I can't remember the game without toddlers. They are just so cute. I can still remember my reaction. You know when there's certain life events and you're like, I remember where I was. So for toddlers, I was sitting at my computer and I think I went onto Twitter. I'd finished work. I hadn't been on Twitter all day. I'd finished work. I switched over to Windows, I think, to build. And then I realised I had no internet. I was like, oh man, what is up with the internet? It's completely gone. And then I went onto my phone. I think I turned my 4G on instead. Looked, and all over Twitter it was like, toddlers ahead, toddlers ahead. I was like, no, at the moment that my internet is gone. Yep. So you've actually got 2 internets. One internet line is meant to be for internet phone, dedicated line for the internet phone for work, and another one is just general high-speed internet. So the high speed was gone, but the super duper slow internet that you use for the internet phone was still there. So I was like, okay, we've got to install the update. Went to install the update. It said it was going to take like how many hours, because it's just a really slow internet just for the internet phone. Oh, you know, you're not meant to be browsing the web on it. Oh, it's just like, oh my god, it's going to take how many hours? It took me forever to download that patch. So long. I don't know what the hell happened to the internet that day. It wasn't a Wi-Fi issue. It was literally the internet was gone. Just completely. Even if you plugged in hardwired, the internet was gone. Thank you very much. Well, it's BT, but it's not BT. It's through a reseller. But yeah. That was like, why on this day? You're normally good. It's rare that I have an internet issue that's, you know, from the provider. It's normally just a Wi-Fi issue. But that day, the internet went. The day that toddlers arrived, the internet was gone. And I was just super like, I was just, I couldn't deal at all. Anyway, I've managed to ramble all the way through the kitchen and the living room, which is just, can I just live here? Oh, But do you know what? I do actually live here because my Sim self has moved into this house with my family. I have a son and a daughter in the Sims. And yeah, we've moved into this house. I saved up. So, true story. I watched James Turner, the Sim Supplies. What was it? Road to a Million? The one that he used to stream on Twitch. I watched that at the time, and he found out at that point that if you just got those 15,000 simoleon violins and sold them, you made a crap ton of money. So he also revisited that recently and did that 3-parter, like Road to a Million, and just, of course, he already knew all he had to do was sell violins, so he did that. But I do that in my game when I'm like, yeah, I need money now. I'm done with being broke. So that's what I did. I just got violins, sold them, even though it's really buggy. It's like the first violin you sell of the day. It doesn't, when you restock it, it doesn't take the money out of your business funds. So each time I had to remove. I don't cheat in my personal game. I don't ever add money. I like the challenge of making the money, so that's what I do. But yeah, I've moved my Sim self in here. We now have more money. I didn't realize I kind of kept on selling violins longer than I should have because I'm now filthy stinking rich. So I think I have about 160,000 simoleons still left over after buying this house, and I think this house is about 250,000 simoleons. Yeah, so not cheap, and I have way too much money. You know, when you, but I said in the, yeah, I've turned off aging for my Sim self, which I've found liberating and I'm loving it so much. So I'm in here, I'm still a young adult. I'm about to age myself and my husband up to an adult because I want to age my child up to a teenager. So it just feels weird being a young adult and having a teenager. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do in my game. But it does play really nicely in this building. I don't think I've changed anything. Actually, I changed the nursery into a toddler bedroom, but it's identical. I haven't changed the colours or anything because I had a little boy, and I think I do the nursery for a boy, so all those gender roles and all that, to keep it blue, it's got to be for a boy. And I'm using my favourite, what's it called? Bathroom set. Peacemaker. Give me more Hampton stuff. I can't wait for the next build set that he's going to release, which is Hampton's based, and I think patch days are Tuesday apparently. I thought they were Thursdays, but apparently they're Tuesday. So on Tuesday there will be a patch for the new game, which means probably all the CC is going to be rendered useless. I'm sure there'll be a batch fix available on Sims 4 Studio, so even if the content creators themselves don't update the CC, you can fix it yourself. I'll definitely be fixing it as soon as there is a batch fix in Sims 4 Studio. I'll be fixing all my CC, so if you do download future builds, it will be pre-fixed for you, if you get what I mean. I won't be going through and redoing all of the old ones. I never actually thought about that, actually. I can't do that. That's just too much for me. It's too much. I can't repackage everything. I'm sorry. It's too much. But I'll definitely make sure that I fix all of my future CC, so it'll be perfectly working. But yeah, we're into the master bedroom. We've actually got the master bedroom, a nursery, and a kid's bedroom. It's got 2 beds in there, but I actually deleted out one for my Sim family We've only got 2 kids, so. And you can't get other children to sleep over, can you? You can't have like a sleepover. That's not a thing in The Sims, is it? Was it a thing in The Sims 3? I feel like it was. I'm not too sure. Oh, yep, here I am changing all of the flooring, which is so much better. But the master bedroom is like so tranquil and just like, oh. And the bed by, what was it, Bow 5, the bed is in the master bedroom. I love that bed, so any opportunity I use it. I'm pretty sure I used it. I took one of Freezer Bunny, Leo's, what was it, eco build, and I CC-fied it for my other sim self, you know, the other save where I had like 4 kids and I was just like, can't play this anymore, it's too many kids. Yeah, so I moved into one of his builds and renovated it with CC, of course, because I find it near on impossible to play in a build without CC. I get like withdrawal symptoms. I'm just like, don't limit me, don't hold me back. I need the CC. So I renovated that and I used that same bed. Obviously addicted, but Bow 5's content is just beautiful. And I didn't know anything about it until someone left a comment on one of my videos a while ago, actually ages probably, advising me that one of the paintings that got converted by Dream Team Sims, the original content creator did create content for The Sims 4 as well, so I should check them out. And I went and found them and I was like, they are literally amazing. Mind you, I haven't seen any new content recently. I should check out their Tumblr and just double check. But I always have those posters on the wall. I have no idea who they're by, but they are beautiful. They'll be linked, of course, on my Tumblr post. I promise. But I've looked and the list of CC for this is going to be quite long. You know, when you're like, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish this voiceover. I'm going to get into my bed and I'm going to, on my laptop, make the entire list of CC. I've already done the CC list for the overview that's going to be up on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday I'm going to put up an overview of the Lakeside, is it mini Lakeside retreats? Something like that I did. That was a live, was it a colour meet? It wasn't a colour meet, it was a live Rory's build challenge back when they were going. Oh, I missed them. Yeah, so that is finally going to be going up on the channel as an overview, and there will be a Tumblr download for it and everything. So I'm so just like, yay, finally. That has been sitting on my channel for months. We're getting ready. Just hadn't made the list, and it was such a short list to make as well. You know, when you're like, oh, why would, you know, when you do something you're like, why was I putting it off? What is wrong with me? Could have had it for like how many months already? What an idiot. That's what I do actually say to myself quite often. What an idiot. I always make it hard on myself. I'm like the number one procrastinator. I love to-do lists. Like, I can make to-do lists all day long, but I never ever carry them out. I'm just serial to-do lister. But anyway, we're about to go through to the fly-through. So if you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button, that like button, and feel free to leave any old comment you like. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.